act 2 of a new me. I'm about to get started, so let's look at what we have for this week. Here's everything you will need for one full week, 21 meals. You have your cucumber, your spinach, kale, blueberries, beets, raspberries, a whole bunch of avocado. I get oranges. I get all sorts of different types of oranges. I think it gives me lots of flavor. Celery for some extra flavor. Then we got our Then we have the grapefruit, apples, oranges, carrots, more celery, and that's pretty much it. So in Act 1, I used a centrifugal juicer, just a cheap one that I bought at Bed Bath & Beyond. This time, I got my parents what's called a masticulating juicer, which instead of spinning the fruit real fast and grinding it like a blender, it actually squeezes it, which is much more like how our ancestors used to juice, where they would put all of the fruits in like a vat and then stomp on it all day. So let me show you that. Crap. So this is a juicer I decided to get my parents. It's an Omega 8006, and according to Amazon in the lovely Rochelle at the Webster Bed Bath & Beyond, south of Houston, Texas, it's pretty much one of the best juicers in the world. It cost me $300 at Bed Bath & Beyond. They have a great coupon right now, 20% off, and so it really cost me about $260. So overall, it was a pretty good deal. Much better than I could get at Amazon, and I didn't have to wait for shipping. So I'm going to unbox this baby, and let's see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like unboxed. It looks much more beautiful than I had thought. I mean, look, that's what it looks like on the box, and like any beautiful woman, it's much more complicated and beautiful after I unboxed it than before. The instruction manual is so much better than the centrifugal juicer that I installed last time. I mean, it may be as complicated as the Lego set, but it has a Lego-like instructions. So I'm going to time myself and see how difficult it is to install this, and I'll get back to you. Well, here's the end result. It took me exactly 10 minutes to put it together. So it took about the same amount of time as the centrifugal. It was pretty easy. The only thing was the instruction manual, the pieces are not to scale at all. So I was looking for really, really small pieces that ended up being pretty big. But after I figured out that, it was a breeze. The one thing that has me worried is that all of the fruit has to go into that small little hole that's about the size of $50. Compared to the centrifugal juicer where I could put entire apples and entire cucumbers in there, that's going to mean I'm going to have to do a lot more dicing. So I'm going to see how it goes, and I'll report back. This is going to be my first breakfast with the Omega 8006 masticulating juicer. I have my offering basket prepared. I have included 2 oranges, 4 kale leaves, 1 piece of celery, 1 piece of 1 carrot, 2 cucumbers for the base liquid, 6 strawberries, and a handful of raspberries, sorry, and a little bit of spinach for the extra protein I need. So this will probably make enough for 2 people. I'm not for sure about the masticulating. I hear it produces more juice than centrifugal juicers, so this might actually produce enough for 3 or even 4 meals. I'll just have to see. The main benefit for masticulating juicers for me is that with centrifugal there are no preservatives, and it captures so much air in the food that bacteria in the environment just breed like crazy. So you have to keep it refrigerated, and even refrigerated, it only lasts for maybe 24 hours if you're lucky. And if you keep it out, like in a container, an open container, it's going to spoil within, hell, I've had it spoil within 30 minutes. So that makes it pretty hard whenever you're working, because whenever I was doing this, when I was busy with clients, I would prepare my food in advance, and then I would be out of town or something, and all of a sudden my dinner would go bad on me, even though it was refrigerated. So, but anyway, with meticulating juicers, it crushes out the oxygen. So you will have to drink water in order to get your oxygen intake. But the benefit of crushing the oxygen is that none of that aerobic bacteria that's all around us can breed. And so apparently the food lasts for 72, even 96 hours, even 24 hours unrefrigerated. So that's going to be a major benefit for me. The other thing is that my particular fast is usually heavy on vegetables, especially leafy vegetables like kale and spinach. The problem with centrifugal is it does not handle leafy vegetables at all. In fact, it's probably 80% waste. I have to reprocess it about 3 or 4 times just to get what I consider a good yield. Meticulating juicers apparently crush them so well that you get maybe 2 or 3 times yield on leafy vegetables. So since that's a critical part of this Neolithic diet, I'm very optimistic about this entire thing. Also, while we're speaking of the benefits of meticulating, apparently they keep a whole lot more of the nutrients in. I don't know how that's possible. I think it has something to do with the destructive qualities of the centrifugal, where it's like grinding so fast the nutrients get spread into the pulp instead of the juice, where it's the exact opposite with meticulating, supposedly. So even though I felt absolutely incredibly awesome after the centrifugal juicer, gosh, I wonder what will happen, if anything, with this. So I'm going to start peeling this stuff, but first I'm going to meditate on it. I know a lot of you guys don't agree with meditating or think it's foolish or something, or maybe even satanic if you're of a particular religious bent. But nah, I honestly feel that the food is more prepared to benefit my body if I just give it a little heads up. So I'll be right back. So this is my detritus heap of all the leftover skins and stuff from the fruits and vegetables. I put it in a plastic bag so you can see it. One thing that's very important to me personally is not wasting food, especially not even the leftovers. That orange pill that you see, that is one of the most advanced things that has ever been alive in our universe. I mean, it's so much information in there, and so it's best to always put this to good use. I would show you my compost that I'm building, but it's awfully wet. I'm gonna go see what it's like. It's